Yeah, same opponent as well. We're going to try to more teach it like a regular season type of practice schedule. Not kill them, but give them as much information as possible. Go out there and compete. Try to earn a job. Goal is still to win, so we'll go out there and give it everything we've got. And then obviously that's your last audition to make our team. Obviously tough decisions, but that's I always tell the guys, control what you can control. Go make my life miserable by making my decisions that much tougher.
You mentioned TJ Ram and the progress he's made a couple days ago. Where are some of the areas where you've liked what you've seen from him sort of year 2 versus year 1?
Well, I mean, don't forget a lot of these guys play in the U.S. and O-line, D-line is a big difference because of the yard off. I think it's one of the biggest differences. Your timing's different. You get more movement up here, and I do feel like he has improved a lot. Not only stopping the run with his pass rush game and getting in the backfield. So, we took him second. I mean, to me, he's part of this draft class. I've been happy with this draft class. So, and he's taken nice steps forward this year.
Do you like what having him there can do for Derek in terms of sort of presumably taking like Derek Wigan, in terms of taking a couple steps off?
Wiggins going to play every snap he can. I just think our D-line group, I think, is very tight. I think they're a unit that enjoys hanging out, and it's leadership from the older vets that allow that, but it's still heavy competition. So everybody wants to play, and Derek wants to play just as much as anybody. So he will be a good teammate, but he's competing out there.
Do you plan to use your quarterbacks this game the same way you did that first preseason game, the same time?
Yeah, I haven't locked in on a rotation yet. I definitely think there are some things I got to look at for the 2, 3, 4s. But, Jake and I, we have to get together probably after Tuesday's practice and see what we think we need and how he feels. And we are playing the same opponent. He'll be there. It's just a matter of how much and figure out what we can get out of it.
Speaking of the number 2 and 3 quarterback spots, did the weekend help you or cloud things up, or is it still wide open?
It cycles. I think today's practice is different from what I thought before today's practice. So I've got to just be fair and look at everything. I think they're all alive, and games matter the most. To me, games matter the most. So hopefully all of them play well.
How's Trey Odom-Stoops looked since the start of camp for you?
Yeah, I thought last week he started really finding his stride, and then in our red and white game he did bang up his knee, but he's out there practicing. But I do feel like he's taking those steps. He looks like a second-year guy. We got good competition, though, I have to admit. I think not only from American guys, I think our Canadians are pushing, so just keep battling and let the chips fall where they may.
And the backup to Kadeem Carey, whether it's Diedrich or Payton, how have you seen that play out early on?
I think they need more opportunities. I'll throw RJ in there as well. I think he's done well. So it's about how your roster is, who's a returner, those type of things. I guess come into play, but I think probably in my mind Kadeem won't be getting many carries this week. Those 3 have to tote the mail and see how they do.
Yeah. Dave, can you just quickly talk about those running backs, and I don't know if it's the depth that you're most comfortable with, or you know that you're going to have no problems at the start of week 1 of the season?
Well, they were all here last year. It was a big issue last year. We weren't sure what we had after Kadeem, and both those guys played well for us. And they're different, but I do think like Diedrich came in and looks like he's in the best shape he's been. He can catch the ball, but he is a tank. Peyton's quick and fast, but I feel like he's gotten a little stronger and bigger, and so that means he should be able to handle pass protection. Some of the things that both needed to improve upon, they did. And we still, in my opinion, have the best with Kadeem in front of him, and the running back's tough position. Injuries happen, so all of our guys should be ready.
That time of year, we lost a couple of veterans at the end of last season. Do you feel like the leadership group is kind of coming into form here, or has it already? Or
yeah,
look for it?
I actually been happy with where we're at leadership-wise. So it's really on the players, though. I don't need to be involved in that. They have to take the onus. They have to run the show. They have to decide the standards, and obviously I can help them, but I haven't had to because I thought they've done a great job.
Is that something that you maybe, trepidation going into the season? Because like you mentioned, there's not much you can do per se. You have to leave it up to the players, and you're not really sure what you're going to get going into a camp with some guys leaving.
Yeah, but I knew I had good people. I know I've got leaders here. Yeah, find your voice, though. And unfortunately, you got to play to find your voice. So, sometimes, we can limit the guy's leadership qualities if we don't put him in the position to be, I would consider a guy that can be a strong voice. So, just be yourself. but be ready to back up what you're saying with the actions, and that's usually how it works out well.